Even more information on the Project Highland, multiple new features just spotted, and production starts today. Let's go over all of that in today's video. For the first time, multiple interior images of these Project Highland changes have been leaked. And let's get into point number one, the very first look at the new dash of the Project Highland. Let me tell you why this one's important. Our first look at the Project Highland solves two big questions that a lot of customers were asking, thinking about placing an order for the Project Highland. Number one, we do not see any cutouts for a head-up display or that speedometer display above your steering wheel to allow you to keep your eyes on the road. All of that, at least for now, will still remain on your screen. I actually asked the Tesla resource in Shanghai myself, do you think the heads-up display is happening? And they said no. So you might be looking at these two pieces thinking, well, what's the big deal? They look the same. Well, now the new piece for the Project Highland is made up of one solid piece. This matters because this could lead us to lower prices for this Project Highland, or at least encourage current prices to remain unchanged. Whereas the old piece was more complicated, it had more pieces, so this gives us a good hint of Tesla's strategy around pricing as well. A brand new look, one of the biggest pieces of news happening as far as interior changes. The big debate was, what will the interior changes look like? And in our last video, we talked about a brand new look of the dashboard. The first time we've seen the actual trim piece. Remember, the wood veneer is going away, replaced with a non-woven fabric. And now, for the first time, we see this non-woven fabric apparently on the brand new doors for the Project Highland. What do you think of this? This one was met with a lot of mixed reviews on X, formerly Twitter. A lot of people were commenting that this may look a little cheap, a little less impressive than what many were hoping for. Well, this supposedly is the design for the new Project Highland, a more sleeker look, definitely simple, and replacing that Alcantara that was on the Model 3, now replaced with this gray, dark gray, non-woven fabric. This is a recyclable fabric, but it is also cheaper for Tesla to make, which is great if we're trying to keep those prices low. But as far as style-wise, what do you think about this obvious change? I'm popping in to say a brand new front to trunk website is coming soon. More Project Highland changes. Consider subscribing, and if you have subscribed, thank you. Let's get on to the next point. Today is apparently the first time in Shanghai of full Project Highland production. So if they are making a goal of 7,000 Model 3 Project Highlands a month, ramping up to 10,000, sources say, will we start seeing the brand new Project Highland exiting the factory? This is a really important week. Are we going to get our first glimpse of the exterior changes of this Project Highland, with sources saying production beginning today? According to Chinese social networks, Tesla China is asking salespeople to be ready to arrive Monday morning, August 14th, today, which in the past has been a harbinger of a major project announcement, Highland coming. This is a really, really interesting statement. They're basically telling everyone to gear up. It's going to be a big day. This could be first signs that that full production is in fact happening. Let's get to the speaker that we've never seen before, an old versus a new speaker with some kind of metal component inside. What could this be? This question was posed. I know this is a speaker for the door, but what is that metal part? Let's look at the answers. Project Highland is getting a more enhanced sound system, so this makes sense that a new speaker would be coming. But what's the big deal with this one? If you're unfamiliar with stereo equipment, a tweeter typically provides the higher pitches of a song, and one user commented that this does look, in fact, to be a tweeter stereo speaker, but there's more. Some have said it's a noise canceling module, maybe to make the interior even quieter, and then some say it's an antenna. What do you think? So earlier in the video, I talked about a brand new exterior light design. We're gonna get to that in 1 minute with new renderings coming out, but take a look at this, a brand new middle armrest cup holder feature in the rear seats, leading some to believe that these rear seats will not be ventilated, that it'll only be in the driver and passenger seats, which would make sense. But what do you think about this new design? It looks like it is similar to the Model S without the wireless phone charger, but this was just shown recently recently on X. What do you think about this new Project Highland design? The exterior new design of the Project Highland is said to mimic the Porsche Macan. Well, in our last video, we showed you an example of a Porsche and an example of the current renderings of the Project Highland. Well, a new rendering could give us really good insight on what this new lighting may look like that's similar to this Porsche example, with a light bar going all the way across your Model 3. What do you think about this new modern design? It is said that the Project Highland will look similar to the Porsche lighting. What do you think about this brand new rendering? New images popped up online of what many thought and the author was claiming was the completed Project Highland's interior. Well, after some digging, it was found that this was another manufacturer's demo vehicle. It can definitely look like a Model 3 with the dash and some of the layouts, but some of these features look a little too complicated for Tesla to in fact adopt, with the cup holders, with some of those details on the dash. It really does take away from the modern design of the Project Highland. So with some vetting, we found out that this in fact was not the Project Highland. A new dash with no head-up display, new doors with new non-woven fabric. What do you think about this simpler design? Updates of production starting right now and so much more. This is changing daily. I want to make sure you don't get left behind. Make sure to consider subscribing. And of course, the only way I know you like these Project Highland updates is to drop a like. Again, this is Matt from Frunk to Trunk. We will see you in the next video.